Okay.
Okay.
Remind me because I didn't even think about. I mentioned it, but remind me about that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Hey guys, how's it going? How's it going? Happy Tuesday. Woo! Tech Tuesday, favorite day of the week, right? Okay. Today is extra special because I get to hang out with my friends and Haley Jones. She is one of my really good friends, and she is amazing on YouTube. And I like to bring people on for different perspective because everybody does their YouTube differently, right? And it's funny when me and Haley decided to room together at an event. We are both very opposite, but it's kind of cool. Like, especially our areas. We did
Yes.
Las Vegas versus um Tennessee, and because she just kept saying all this weird things about the houses. And then she kept hearing weird things about our houses. And I was like, oh my gosh, we are like in two different worlds. So anyway, so that was fun to do. Anyway, we're going to hear about how she uh is on YouTube and she does so good. And the best thing is that she generates like real clients for free, right? You know me, I like to pay for everything. Uh Haley actually generates them organically and gets leads knocking on her door just from talking to them on YouTube. So I'm gonna let her dive into what she does special, and she's gonna give us some tips and tricks. So Haley, you got the floor.
Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope it's not too cold where you are. It was 8 degrees here yesterday, which is like a freaking uh historical moment. So I hope you're warm today. Okay, so YouTube. I made a presentation. Don't be scared. It will be fun. So I'm going to share this with you now if I can. I believe I can.
Yep.
Um, okay, so let's go here. Okay, so I'm Haley Jones. I'm based out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Just for context, this is the cover of my YouTube. Not that important, but just wanted to show you. Okay, so basically, Wendy forced me to be here, which is why we're here today. I'm just kidding. She didn't force me to be here, but I am going to share with you some things that I think hopefully will be helpful. So things that I'm going to focus on specifically are how it's going, where I started, where I am now, what I do, how do I make content, like what do I know is going to work, what's the exact process that I use, and then areas where I'm currently failing that I need to grow. I'm assuming that my assumption is that a lot of people are interested about like where do I get content from. So just here's a little background on me. This is my current Instagram as of this morning. Doing relatively well in real estate, used to be a teacher, group fitness instructor. Down here in this corner, I used to be a wrestler. That's a whole other story for a whole other time. But that's just a little bit about me. So, as Wendy said, I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's in the eastern part of Tennessee. We are right next to the Smoky Mountains, and why that's important. We have a ton of people relocating to the East Tennessee area, which is awesome for YouTube. We have a very vibrant tourist economy, one county over in the Great Smoky Mountains. So we have a lot of interest when it comes to like searchability, et cetera. So those are things that I kind of focus on when it comes to maybe content. So that being said, I want to fully say to you that I use Levi Lastic's editing program. I bought his program to like learn about how to do this because I had been doing horrible videos through green screen. It was literally disgusting, horrible. I hated it. I'm not great with green screen. I used to be a teacher, like I can teach. So anyways, that being said, I use Levi to get started in general, like how to do this, but then also Levi's team. I don't even know if you call it Levi's team, whatever the agency Levi created. They edit, they do my thumbnails, and they do all my SEO. I can edit. I used to do all my editing myself, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So I would say don't do that. But that's just, do what you're gonna do, what's gonna get it done, period. Okay, so some other notes that I'm going to talk about in terms of workflow is I have a full-time editor who repurposes my content into shorts, and I'm going to show you some stats on that in a second. And then I also have another full-time VA who she basically goes and comments, she posts my shorts, she does kind of all the short side of YouTube. So when it comes to YouTube, I am great at creation of content and valuable content, fun content, but when it comes to the back end of it, I upload and I say, this is my vision, execute. So that's kind of how it works. Okay. So here are just some stats for you. I got my real estate license in 2020. At that time, I was leaving the teaching profession, etc. So that year I closed 8. The next year I started doing Facebook ads. That got me to 30, which I think it's actually 33, whatever, who's counting? 2022, 43. Notice that in 2021, I actually started a YouTube channel, and these were all like green screen videos. However, I made the ultimate mistake, and I took on an email address that was like at thebrokerage.com. And as a result, I lost the entire channel. So
We've
that
had a
was
couple people, we've had a couple people not be able to get their channel
Yeah.
back.
Well, and you can still go and find it. It's like there on the interweb. So anyways, just a side note, like that did happen. It's fine. We move on. 2022, at the very end of 2022, as in literally October of 2022, I committed to 3 videos per week plus a live. I have done that since October of 2022. So just as like grounding now of we're growing momentum. If you look at 2023, I'll show you these stats. As of March 2023, I had 1,000 subscribers. When I started, I was at 300. The end of December, I had about 1,600. Now we're at 17 something. So what did closings look like? The yellow, some of these I forgot to, highlight. The yellow ones are buyers. The ones in tan are sellers. Now, a couple of things. I only included things specifically that are related to YouTube. I have some more that are like internet. They somehow found me, whether that was Instagram, maybe it was YouTube. I just don't know that. These are ones specifically that said, hey, we watch you on YouTube. So this is 14 closings, right under 6 million. And so overall last year, 21.4 million. And again, these are, I only included what I can specifically attribute to YouTube. I also want to point out to you that these dates, I know they're out of order. I'm horrible when it comes to, I have 15 million data spreadsheets all over the place, whatever, it's fine. But so just want to point out, we saw one in, January. And then really April, May, June, that's when we start seeing up, more consistent. So there was some lag time, because even though I did start this in October, my first direct closing was in December, but then really from May on is when I started to see consistent like basis. Now, so far this year, 2 closings, both of those are from YouTube. And then I've got like 4 under contract. 3 of those, I believe, are YouTube. So we're on the right trajectory. Just also wanted to show you something else. When it comes to subscribers, it is a slow burn. It's just consistency in my case. And then also when it comes to traffic sources, I included this because I wanted to show you that, yes, I am doing 3 videos a week, and I am doing a live, but I want to also show you the shorts. So of my views, 33% of my views are coming from shorts. So even if you are not like, let me get on YouTube, but you are already making short form content somewhere, like people are going to find you that way. So I just wanted to show you that those shorts, they work. Okay. So a couple pros and cons. Actually, does anybody have any, questions so far? Anything, comments?
So are your shorts a part of your long form or just totally separate content?
Mostly they are totally separate. Some of them are a repurpose. It just depends. But okay, so YouTube doesn't really like, if I don't know how they freaking do this, okay? But they can tell if it's like an identical piece of content. So you don't want to just slice up the video. You want to like add something to it or whatever. At least that's what I've found in my experience. My views are very low when I just take a snippet and post it. I've got to add stuff to it so it looks different, basically. So
Interesting.
Oh, wait, I have a question.
Fine.
My question went away.
Oh, yes, Nina, hello.
It went away. I don't know what happened. I just wanted to say, wow, I've only been on this for what, 10 minutes and I'm already impressed. I love your spreadsheets. You're doing, wow, great. Thank you for bringing her on, Wendy.
You're welcome.
Let's go. Dwayne, what's up, my guy?
What's up, Haley? How you doing?
Good. I
Good to
love
see you. Always good to
Dwayne.
see you.
Okay.
So real quick.
Yes.
One, how do you prevent, so no one else has to do that? What do you do to prevent from losing your YouTube channel from what you just talked about?
You want to
One.
own your email address.
So just make
you
sure
can
you own
change
your
it?
email address.
Yeah. So
And
whatever
then-
you, and specifically, even more specifically on your YouTube channel, you want to use an email address you own. So like that. So just as an example, it was Haley Jones at kw.com.
Mhm.
KW owned that, and that
Mm.
domain was tied to their Google. So you can't go back and basically get a different like user. It has to be tied to your specific email, if that makes
Got
sense.
it. So Gmail's fine, whatever.
Yeah, anywhere is
Yeah.
fine. It just
Okay.
you want to be in control of it.
All right, that's
you-
perfect.
Can you
The
just change it?
can you just change it? She asked.
No,
No?
no.
Okay.
Okay, and then the other thing is I thought that when your videos, let's say you're not getting a lot of views, I thought if I heard, and I think it was from that guy
heard.
that you're talking
Yes.
about, Levi.
Yes.
I heard that you just have to change your sometimes it's just a matter of changing your thumbnail and that you can use the same video. Is that not true?
Yeah, so you can change thumbnail, and actually you can do like an A/B split test with thumbnails. You can also go in and change your wording. Like I have all my live videos, I need to go in and make those more SEO friendly so they can be found. But what I mean is like when you repurpose a short, so if I take a video I have right now that's a long form
Mhm.
and I just splice out a section of it and repost it as a short, YouTube kicks it out.
Got
Like,
it.
not
Okay,
that
that
they don't
makes
kick it
sense.
out, but they don't like whatever with their algorithm and their freaking AI and robots and whatever they have in there. For me, my experience has been my views are not as good when I just take a slice of a long form video and put it up. I have to like add captions, add some little whatever, blah, 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 make it different. And then the views are better. So that's my experience.
Okay, so just a matter of changing a few, tweaking a little things,
Mhm.
same video, but tweaking a few things, putting little
Yes.
captions in there, and they like that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. It's good to see you,
Welcome.
Haley.
You too. Dwayne told me he's not moving to Tennessee because of the bugs.
I'm not.
Rude.
I just actually did the video with my wife again the other night, and she goes, "Okay, already." The cicada bugs. I was showing her cicada bugs. It's not happening.
Well,
So-
I did a video that's like about stats about bugs, and basically the stat is like we're the capital for cockroaches, and I literally died. I was like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. Anyways, okay. So pros and cons about YouTube. When it's done right, you are providing value and people are going to continue to look for you because you're providing value. I think it's fun. I obviously love to talk on Zoom. It's weird. I don't know. It forces you to talk about what people want to know versus just like random content. I think it's easy to make random, maybe not easy is not the right word, but you're providing value is the whole idea. And it kind of forces you to stay up to date on what's happening. People get to see your personality. If people watch me and for 5 minutes they're like, this lady is psycho, they're not going to call me and we're probably not going to be the right fit. So it's almost like a self-weeding out. It's that whole parasocial relationship. Cons, it is not, you got to be strategic. It's not really a guessing game. Strategy does matter. To Dwayne's point, thumbnails do matter. This is another reason why I use Levi's team and agency because they do it for me. I don't even want to look at it. I will split test some stuff, but I don't want to, I will spend 3 hours going back and forth for thumbnails. And what I think looks great could be complete trash according to YouTube. Okay. So we're avoiding all that nonsense. Like YouTube's AI is smarter than I am. You've got to, again, create content that people want to know about, not this that you just like to talk about. And then also some cons sometimes is about who you want to work with. So you're going to get all kinds of people. And like, for example, in the Knoxville area, we don't work with renters because there is no I don't mean this to sound rude, but like we don't get paid like nothing for working with renters, but I get a ton of people calling about rental properties, which is okay because they could eventually turn into clients. But I have some that are 5 years out that want to talk to me for an hour every week, and that's not okay. You know what I mean? So you got to figure out your flow with who's calling, etc. Okay, so just in terms of my general process, I use my cell phone for 99% of what I create. I actually have a second cell phone in case I want to do horizontal and vertical at the same time, like when I interview people. So I have one that can be short form, more easily edited, and then I have I use my actual cell phone for the horizontal video. Then I upload it, I order the content. To me, the most tedious process is the whole uploading and naming. I can't stand it. It drives me literally insane, and I force myself to do it every week. And then I just submit it for editing. I tell them how I want it edited. And then I also create supplemental content, which I'll explain in a second, depending on what the video is. And then, so these two steps, this submit for editing and review and approve, these are done by someone else. This is what Levi's team does, I should say. Again, this is what I used to do. And now I use them to get it done. So overall content, as I said, I do 3 videos a week and 1 live. And today is actually a live day. Every Tuesday, I do what's called a Tuesday tour, and I go tour a current listing that's listed for sale.
It's so funny because I told everybody that, and last Tuesday you did a tour of your front yard in the snow, and I was
I
like,
know. Well, because we were
God.
snowed in, Wendy.
I was like,
Listen, we were snowed in. What else was I supposed to do? You know what? At least I went live. What now, Wendy?
I know,
Anyways.
you did.
Come and get a piece of this. Okay. Okay, so I do map tours, this is just very quick and dirty, like what content I do, and then I'm going to talk to you about how I get the content. Okay, so map tours, that's literally like, where's the Costco? Because in Knoxville, we only have one Costco, and it's in West Knoxville, and everybody wants to live there. Okay. Vlog tours, this is me driving around, showing places. People love these, which I think is insane. Business spotlights. So my husband is a whack job and he's funny. So I use that to my advantage. So if you have people that would be good on your videos, my husband, he sounds like Elmer Fudd and people love it. So we will go around to different businesses. We'll show like the queso we had, we'll highlight a Mexican restaurant, whatever. So I'll take him. Those are business spotlights. I also interview businesses, which I've now turned into a podcast, market updates. And I don't just mean like average days on market and blah, blah, blah. I mean, stuff that's interesting, which I'll show you. Comparing locations, places that are popular or seemingly the same. How are they different? Local big events. For example, we are big SEC football people here. So University of Tennessee football is a huge thing. So tailgates, game day, all of that nonsense. Local resource websites. So zoning. A lot of people want to know, like, can I have an Airbnb here? Or how do I check if I'm in a flood zone? Blah, blah, blah. All those different kind of local resources. Chat GPT. This is something that's like a low-hanging fruit, easy video is 5 things. What does ChatGPT say about Knoxville? And then do you agree or disagree? Whatever. And then any kind of questions you get all the time. I get a ton of questions about buying land, septic tanks and acreage and well water and blah, blah, blah. So anything that you are constantly getting, and in Dwayne's case, bugs. Do we have bugs here? Yes, we do. So that's kind of how the process and the content. So I know I'm flying through this. Any questions about anything I just said? Or
someone asked if you're monetized, Lynn.
yes. And that's I think at 1,000 you do that.
Oh,
Anyways.
really? I'm over
Yeah.
1,000. I don't even know how that
You
works.
should be able to, well, and it's not even paying me because I need to enter in some tax information. I don't even know where that information is. Okay, so one day I'm gonna log in and there's gonna be $50 billion in there. And
There you go.
Anyway.
Retirement. YouTube
Okay,
retirement.
Okay, so now I'm going to now go into all the different places I find content inspiration. So we're going to hone in on this for a second. So content inspiration, number one is Google. And what I've shown here is if I go to Google and I just type in Knoxville, Tennessee, I've got all these different things, streams. I know there's like a technical word for this. I don't know what it is. But you can tell like right now the schools are closed. We can tell that there's bad weather right now. So if you go to Google and I put in Knoxville, I see all these ideas over here. But then if I go further into the Google search, I scroll down, it's going to say people also ask, what is Knoxville famous for? That's a whole video. The Sun Sphere, Dolly Parton, Peyton Manning. Have you heard of them? Anyways, okay. So those are all things that Knoxville's famous for. Is Knoxville an expensive place to live? Is Knoxville worth visiting? So I can make a video about all these. Google Trends. This is one that I think is awesome. And it is great if you're wanting like of the moment content. So this could be specific to your state, specific to your location, and or this could also be a great place for shorts because you can see what's trending, what are trending topics. You can go in there and see what were most trending topics in 2023, etc. So anyways, basically what Google Trends is telling you is what people are Googling about your specific area. So for some reason, people are Googling trash pickup in Knoxville, Tennessee. That's pretty interesting. Which actually there's a website that tells you about trash pickup. So I know that could be a whole video. So this is all just different content. It's also telling you zip codes. So if there's specific zip codes that you're interested in or you want to focus on, you could go down to the zip code level and see what people are asking about that. Google Trends is free. If you just type in Google Trends and just start exploring, great resource, in my opinion. Okay, another one. This is a paid one. I think you can get certain amounts of searches for this. This is Answer the Public. You've probably heard of this. I do want to point out that Answer the Public shows you like search volume, but then also the higher the cost per click, the more likely it is of interest to someone. Because if someone's paying for someone to click on it, that means people are searching it. So for example, if we look over here, it says companies based in Knoxville, Tennessee. That's 52 cents cost per click. Okay, well, that's probably a good one to make a video on. What companies are in Knoxville? You know, just saying. I was gonna start riffing on companies. No one cares. Okay, next up. Oh, the other thing I'm gonna show you is like for these, when you think about content, you can think, okay, what is my anecdotal evidence or experience with this topic? So for example, one of these is Knoxville a good place to live? And I could make a video that's like, here's 5 great things about Knoxville. I can make a second video that's like, here's 5 horrible things. And that's all me just listing stuff off. Now, I may have some stats and data that support those points or some story or whatever. So those are 2 videos just out of my brain. Good things, bad things. And then I can use local data, etc., MLS data, whatever your resources are to provide database information. What's the AARP livability score? What are the politics? How many days has it rained? Like whatever information that is data-based, then you can make a video that's like, this is what the data says. And those are good because people are always asking like, is it safe? And I don't feel, I just want to provide data to people, not actual, like, this is my opinion, because, you know, fair housing and all that. But anyways, another paid source is YouTube. I mean, it's TubeBuddy, which is an extension on that you can use for YouTube. And these are screenshots of the Keyword Explorer. So TubeBuddy, oh my God, Keyword Explorer, you can go in. And this can help you down to the name of your video. And this is something that Levi taught me, is that if I put Knoxville, Tennessee, or I put, oh my gosh, how do we go back? Come on. There we go. If I put Knoxville, Tennessee homes for sale, it's going to tell me this is a excellent word. If I put Knoxville, Tennessee homes for sale under 400,000, it could be like, you're going to get 0 results out of that. So Keyword Explorer, all of this, it gives you all these different suggestions. You can play around with this and see what would be great names, what would be great topics. You can also see, like, for example, maybe you think a topic is super hot, but if you go here, no one's searching for it. So this is a paid resource. I think it's well worth it. It can also help you do all of your descriptions and make sure that they are SEO friendly, all your tags, etc. So I hate how Zoom automatically raises my hand. I don't want my hand raised. Okay. Drives me crazy. Okay. Content inspiration, market stats. So I mentioned stuff about market stats. I use a ton of different resources. One, our local MLS stats, monthly stats. I compare across zip codes. I'll compare all kinds of different stuff just specifically from stats provided within my market. I'm on a Flex MLS. That's our MLS is Flex, but basically whatever you have available to you, I would make use of that. RPR also I have available. It's realty, resource, property, whatever. It's through our MLS. So whatever you have with that your MLS provides where you could go do a CMA, that thing is probably a heavy source of information. So for example, I can go in and find quality of life. I can find graphics about ARP. Basically whatever you have available to you. Keeping Current matters. This is one I pay for. This can do everything from what's trending nationally to now they have a local thing, which has awesome graphics. It's literally amazing. NAR, great resource. Realtor.com, niche.com. Niche.com is for schools. And I think it's the best, most comprehensive when it comes to just like general school information. And if you're wanting to do comparative data, local blogs like mom blogs are always great because they're going to have topics that are going to apply to a number of people and things that are going to give you good ideas. And then also like local news sources. Okay, so before I go to this next little part, questions about ideas for content.
I love all of that.
Thanks.
So that's so good. Did you guys not just are you still writing? Are you still writing down things? Because that was a lot. And for
Well, I'm
some
trying to,
people
like,
that
get
say,
you-
I
get
don't
to you
know
guys.
what my next video will be. Boom,
Boom.
there you go.
Boom, shakalaka. Okay. Let's move on before I get on a tangent.
That's so funny because we just had that. We just had that this morning, right, Lori? Did you just get a bunch of good ideas?
Yeah, and you know what? TubeBuddy.com is going to be my new best friend.
Oh yeah, I love TubeBuddy. Love TubeBuddy.
Oh,
Like I don't want to sit there and think about all the tags that I need to do. So Haley, real quick,
Yeah.
number one, people are asking if like where they can get help from Levi. So is there maybe a link to
Yeah, well,
stuff?
this is where I failed. Okay. I have no idea. Okay. So I'm going to ask them where to go, where to send you, and then I'll tell you.
This is it. Okay, so Haley is gonna do her homework, and it's my fault for not saying something last week. But Haley's gonna find that, and we will put it in the replay. So if you have not signed up to get the Tech Tuesday replay, Joanna's gonna put the bomb form in here. If you've already filled it out, please don't fill it out again. Please don't fill it out again because we already got you. But anyway, so we'll get that right after the call, and Haley will get it to Joanna, and Joanna will put it in the replay email. So Lynn, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Done some research, and I've learned that YouTube loves niches. And so the two niches that I cannot choose between is new construction or seniors. And I have read that there's 10,000 seniors turning 65 years old every day. And yet when I go to these SEO things and Google searches, it doesn't seem like many adult children of seniors, of adult children of aged parents are searching for things. So I'm just torn between this, knowing that there's a huge market out there for seniors, and yet it's like, why should I start a niche if it's not being searched, and yet YouTube loves niches and they say niche down and you'll grow faster. So I just
what are you using to okay, I would go to TubeBuddy and I would start playing with different names of videos. 55 and communities, blah 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 blah. Whatever different thing that you want to put within that niche.
I haven't started YouTube yet.
Sorry, what did you say?
Okay, that would be step one.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, make content on what you want to make content on. Like, I understand strategy. I understand I'm saying be strategic. I understand about like AI and robots and blah. But the thing is, like, if you want to talk about it, then that's going to come across. Like I'm not talking about skyscrapers because we don't have them for one, but for two, like I don't want to work in a skyscraper. Like talk about stuff you want to talk about. And then be strategic about how you put it out there. So yeah, obviously start your channel, but like you just got to create it and you're going to learn as you go in terms of like, what does it look like? But I would suggest to you to use tools, and, or if you go to Google and you're searching, you got to find out what those people are searching, not the topic. So like, senior based, whatever, what are they searching for? And it's probably not like senior housing. See what I'm saying? You got to figure out what are they searching.
Okay. Because it seems like everybody's doing moving to, moving from. Why should you live here?
Living
So
in.
it's going to be different and yet niche
Yeah.
niche it.
Well, but you know what sucks though about that is why are people doing those? Because people watch those videos. So
Right.
even though there's 15 billion top 10 things about Knoxville, Tennessee, that's one of my most watched videos. Even though there's 50 billion of them, right? And so the goal is to get people to start to watching you.
Okay. Yeah, because they were saying if you dilute it and mix it up, moving here and seniors and new construction, then it's like now you're not niched and it can.
I disagree with that, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, I create content. My niche is East Tennessee. That's a giant niche, right?
And you use your name, right? You don't say a name of a company. You use Haley Jones YouTube. Is that
Haley
right?
Jones. Mhm.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Man,
Yes, hello, Manny.
Yo, I just have a suggestion just because it's on the topic of advertisement. StreetText has a great downsized advertisement that really works well. And you can really target both people as you invest in that ad, really start making videos at the same time for that niche, because a lot of these people, if they're turning 60, those are empty nesters at this moment. They're looking to downgrade their properties. If you know where that area is, where these 60 are turning 50 to 60, I would put the downgrade ad on that. And then I would create a video ad on the same location so people get to know you. And then the ad, hey, I know that this is what's going to be happening. You guys are finally going to be able to retire. Let me help you downsize, get the most out of your retirement, put that downsize. I think you're going to have some great impact there. And I think that's what your intention is trying to tell you at this moment.
Nice,
awesome.
Manny.
Thank you, Manny. Thank you. Yes, we all love street text.
Mhm.
But this is all about YouTube today. But yes, that is a great idea. And Lynn, if you're not using street text, you absolutely should, because they do have amazing downsizing ad. But anyway, but for those videos, you could also post them on YouTube and start,
Right.
attracting people that way. So
Also, again, when you think of content, like you're not trying to make content just about housing. You're making content that provides value to the people that you want to get to. So I'm making content about local restaurants because I want people that also enjoy those restaurants. Those people are going to have houses to sell. They're going to connect with me, and it has nothing to do with real estate. So when we are talking about like hitting a certain niche, what are those people doing? Where are those people going? What are activities they're engaged in? It doesn't have to do anything with real estate, period. Now, if it's a value add, maybe you sprinkle that in, but it's not just like, let me talk about housing, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, where are those people going? Okay, listen, this is about to be very stereotypical, but pickleball, where are people playing pickleball? Like, where do you go play pickleball? Whatever the thing is that people do in your area for the people that you want to hit, you want to make content about that. Okay. Anyhow, let's keep moving forward. Okay, so I mentioned ideas about market stats and how to make them not so boring. I don't know if that's the right word. So some things that I want to point out when it comes to like comparative data or looking at market stats is how can you ground down different areas? So we have a lot of, because where I am, I have a lot of people relocating. I do a lot of like this versus that. And so, for example, I talked about, I will make some supplemental information. And so this is just some screenshots of my Google Notes that I send when my video gets edited that then they will use in my video. So this is comparing two different areas, very different, yet right next door to each other. One is 34 zip codes, one is 3 zip codes. They have different information about schools. And so what I've done is kind of compile that information into one place. And the beauty of this is now I can go make shorts about all this information. So again, just showing you like, when you're looking at stats, think of things that people want to know. So for example, we have a ton of people that are like, I want at least half an acre. Well, so what I've done is I've looked at active listings, what percentage of these, what percentage in which place, so this is specifically comparing Knoxville versus Sevierville, of current active listings. So I'm taking a snapshot. I say that this is just literally a sample. Where are we more likely to find homes with half an acre? And for this, it is Sevierville. They've got bigger yards. If I look at who's more likely to have water frontage, or maybe people don't want well water. So I can take all of those stats from local MLS data and then make them into something meaningful other than just saying this place has more septic tanks or whatever. I can talk about why are there more septic tanks? Well, it's more hilly, blah, 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 whatever. So those are just some ways that I try to make stats more interesting, more comparative, and just think of things that like are very specific to the area. So for example, Knoxville has a Costco, Sevierville has a Buc-ee's. Like they're different, right? And so that points to one is more of a tourist place and one is more like, this is where we live, suburbia. So just some ideas about stats. And then real quick, I'm gonna just finish this out with, I forgot to make this bigger. I was like, I know this view is not right. Okay, so things that I'm not doing well. Like I'm seeing success, but I have a ton of areas of growth. And this includes like emailing, getting people's emails, retargeting people. I do run some YouTube ads specifically on listing videos, which I didn't even mention that I do those here. Sorry, I'm getting distracted now that I'm thinking about that. How do I automate the process? Like, for example, things that I'm not great at. My email is a dumpster fire. So originally what I was doing is having people schedule on Calendly. Well, where was that going to? My email. Where do I hate going? My email. So I was missing appointments, right? So there's things and rooms for growth. Now I just pretty much have people text me directly. I'll have my VA tell people to text me directly, call me. And that's where the majority of people come, is through straight phone calls. I get some emails, but for the most part, phone calls. And then also when and who to refer. What does that look like? I still have a hard time saying no to people, even if they're an hour away, which I know is stupid. But as business grows, I've gotten better about like, no, can't do it, too far. Here's an agent for you. And then also, how do I stay present with people that want like attention, but that don't need it? So for example, I have multiple people who they're like, we've never been to Tennessee, or we're 5 years out or whatever. Like those people obviously need support and help, and I'm happy to provide it to them. But, you know, I have several that want an hour a week of phone time, and like, we're not doing that. That's not how this works. And then also Levi's course, I haven't even finished it. I literally just start doing. So that's an area for growth, because I'm sure there's nuggets, and I'm sure there's also a place where it tells me, where do I send you? So yeah, if I would have just finished the course, I would know that. So anyways, that is the quick and dirty YouTube presentation that I have for you guys. And so now, I mean, really just time for questions, comments. Levi, who is Levi? His name's Levi Lassick. He is, he's basically famous for, the man has closed himself one real estate transaction. It has $1 million in GCI, within his first year of YouTube. So he's like figured out the YouTube machine, basically. That's the quick and dirty version of who he is. Anyways.
Okay, so live. Let's talk about live.
Yes. Okay, so live. Do you have specific questions, or you want me to tell you how I do it?
Yeah, so when you do your Tuesday tours that everybody wants to do now, right? Everybody want to go do a Tuesday tour and go live on YouTube, not Facebook, YouTube. I know someone said Facebook earlier, but no, this is a live YouTube. How do you do it? What do you do?
So I actually use something called StreamYard, because StreamYard streams to YouTube, Facebook business, no, Facebook personal, LinkedIn, Twitter, which who cares? Okay. And one other one, I think also Facebook business. Let me pull it up real fast. I should know this because I do this every week. But StreamYard basically, yeah, it streams out to everywhere. They have a Instagram plugin now, but you have to have a code when you go in there, and it's too the word that's coming to my brain is rambunctious, which is not the correct word. It's too like funky. So I haven't, the Instagram thing is new, but it's called StreamYard. I'll put it in the chat.
And so so you do go live on Facebook the same time you go live on YouTube?
Yes.
Ah.
And I do that because, okay, so actually these Tuesday tours I think have helped me the most with sphere of influence and people that are like know me already. People say they enjoy them, they like them, blah, 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 whatever. But also it keeps you in front of people in a hey, today in Knoxville real estate, but I'm showing them like a house, and then I have wacky commentary and whatever. And then I'm also highlighting a house that way. And then also when I do that, I take a short, like vertical video, and then I repurpose, I do a short form tour. And that also goes as a short across every social media channel. So when I go live, I use StreamYard just because like, if I'm going to go live, everywhere is going to see it. Okay.
So, but the lives don't get edited. You're saying you save them as a video and then your editing team edits them for Reels?
No
like
one edits them.
before?
No, what
No, they're
what
not ready.
should be doing, yeah, no, they're not getting edited at all.
Okay.
What should happen is I
Part of the
should go
growth.
in after the fact and SEO YouTube buddy it. So what happens is it gets listed as, yes, it is live, Gregory. I mean, it's horizontal. You can do it vertically. I just don't think it makes sense to do it that way. Anyways, there's some like nuances about StreamYard, but if you're going to use StreamYard specifically, you go in and you can put on the front end, I go in and put like whatever description, emojis, and blah, 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 because that's like Facebook friendly. That's like LinkedIn friendly. What needs to happen is I need to go in after the fact and I need to put in a thumbnail, easy, of that house, all red caps or however your thumbnail, whatever's going to work best. You can split test them, whatever. And change it. And then also go in through, and I can show this to you if you want, but it may be just stupid, but go in and make the description on YouTube SEO friendly. And how I do that is through TubeBuddy. I just start typing and then it tells me I'm at 100%. I add my tags. I'm at 100%. Boom, post. So that, but the thing about going live is like, it's not about like editing. The thing about going live is you're not in like presentation mode, like da, 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 da. It's literally like we're having a conversation, right? And so that's another way for people to connect with you, but also you're talking, like for me specifically, I'm talking about a house. Last week, that was horrible, but the whole point was like consistency about being live, right? Now on that video, I should go back in and fix the SEO. That is something that is low hanging fruit that I have no excuse. I've just not gone in and done. So anyways, that's how the live work.
I use Chat GPT so you could take your video script or whatever, put it in Chat GPT and say, write a YouTube description, optimize for Google SEO, and put your script right in there, and boom, it will give you SEO content.
How long are you live for? It depends on the square footage. Okay. If there's like a 900 square foot house, that tour is short. Okay. Today, I think it's like 3,200 square feet. You'll probably be about 10, 15 minutes, depending. Using brand listings for other, I'm using anybody's listing. So on StreamYard, as an example, something that's also really great about StreamYard is when you go in there, you can put a description, but you can also have a scrolling thing. So in Tennessee, I have to provide both my brokerage contact information and whoever the listing agent's brokerage contact information is. So, but what is also great about StreamYard is on the bottom, I will have the address. I will have the, and it's like scrolling across. That's why I'm doing this. It's scrolling as the video is going. 123 Main Street, $500,000, Tim, John, Wallace, and then the office number, because that's what I have to include, right? So I put that across the bottom. It scrolls the entire video and it's also in the description. Now, I also, whenever I text an agent, hi, blah, 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 love your listing. Every Tuesday I go live and I would love to do a live tour of your listing at blah, blah, blah. Of course, I'll give credit to you. If this is okay, thank you so much. I will schedule through whatever our scheduler is. And then when they say yes, I screenshot it, boop. So that way, in case, and no one has ever given me problems because they've always, they don't always all say yes, but the people that say yes, I just screenshot it just in case, like I did have permission. But as a side note, no one's ever been like, I'm coming after your ass. Okay. Like that's dumb. It's free advertising. Anyways, so yeah, that's how it works. I don't know like what your rules are where you are, but that's how it works where I am.
Do you answer people's questions while you're in the house? Like,
No,
on all the different platforms.
Typically not, because it's more about the playback, because you can't see what those comments were on the different platforms.
Right,
So
that's what I was thinking.
If you're, if you are talking and someone's like, oh my gosh, what kind of countertop is that? And you're like, oh, Jim Sally, I'm so glad you asked that. Well, no one's going to see that comment later. And they're like, what the hell is happening? So I usually don't. Now, if you go live if you have the discipline, and I'm talking to myself, to also go live on TikTok, I would answer those. Like if you're just on one platform, yeah, answer those. It makes sense. But when you're on StreamYard, it's no, because later when people watch it back, they're going to be like, what is this nonsense?
So you could just go in and answer people's questions after.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So when you do your tours, do you, are these like open houses, or you just kind of set it up as a private showing with the listing agent and then do it yourself?
Yes.
Or how does that go?
Yeah. So, almost now, I used to be doing houses that were like, I pretty much always do vacant houses now, like new construction or something that's been renovated, just because it's easier from a scheduling perspective, or my own listings. I tend not to do stuff where people are, just because, I don't know, I just feel a little bit funny about here's like someone's child's bedroom or whatever. Like, so I usually do vacant houses. And then, yeah, I just ask the agent, hey, can I, video this, credit to you, etc. But yeah, I mean, it's just me and they're talking. I've taken my husband one time and it was boring. I was like, get out of here with this, man. So anyways, but, and I have actually, there's a local builder who, they have to be present, like the listing agent has to be present. So she and I did it together. It was fine. So just, if agents want to do it with me, I'm like, let's go, let's do it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dwayne.
Hey, so is there any qualifications to go live? I know TikTok, I think you have to have so many followers or something like that. Is that the case for YouTube as well, or no?
I don't think so.
No, man, for YouTube, pennies on the dollar, and everybody that's looking in real estate in your area will watch your videos, man, right now.
That's not, Manny, that wasn't the question. It was, do you have to have so many followers in order to go live on YouTube?
I don't
know. You don't. You just got to do it from your desktop. My apologies.
Oh, okay. And I know TikTok does have a qualification on that, but that's why I was asking.
Well, if they are, it's low, because my TikTok is trash, y'all. My followers. I don't care how many videos I post. You said it's 1,000, Wendy?
Yeah, it's 1,000 followers on TikTok, and then you can go live.
Okay.
So no on YouTube, it doesn't matter. You can go live anytime.
Yeah, anytime.
Okay, cool.
Anytime.
Thank you, Haley.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hello, Allison. How are you?
I'm good. This was amazing, Haley. Good to see you.
You too. You too.
Could you touch base a little bit on your maps, tours of neighborhoods and what you do?
Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna show you what I do. Okay, so basically, can you see this screen? I
Yes.
hate how. So, okay, you can see. So what I basically do is I will be like, okay, this is Seymour. This is where I live. And I will say, okay, well, where is Seymour in relation to Knoxville? As you can see, Knoxville, Maryville, and Sevierville form a triangle, and Seymour sits right in that triangle. Some things you want to notice. Oh, look, here's I-40, blah, blah, blah. So it depends on whatever I'm talking about, but I'm literally just touring around the map as I go. The other thing is that you can see that I have also made like a local guide map that people can use. So if you have that, you can just do your map incognito, which may be not helpful for this current moment, but you can just open a tab so you don't see all this nonsense as you're doing your map tour. I tend to actually do it in this view, and I'll be showing like, you know, whatever information people need to know about that specific area. Like I'll be like, there's 2 grocery stores here and they're 5 seconds down the road from each other, or whatever the specific area or topic is. It's literally that simple. And like you would obviously want to have your talking points first, but people love these things. And then a lot of times I'll follow up with a driving tour. So for example, we have something called the Dogwood Trail every spring. So, and those are specific neighborhoods. So I have videos of me on the map talking about the neighborhoods, but then I also drove through and showed the neighborhood.
And you're using GoPro for that?
No, I just use my cell phone
Yeah.
and I like Sabrina Shaw.
While you're driving?
Sabrina's like, yes. Yeah. One-handed driving. And I have like a little thing, which I know I should have a GoPro, y'all. I know I should have some uniform outfit, blah, blah, blah. That's like, this is how I do this. But I'm telling you, I put a mic on the thing. I'm driving around like this.
I love it.
Funny.
Only Haley Jones would do that. That is
Listen,
100%.
done is done, Dwayne. Done is done, fool.
That is better than
If none of
perfect.
you don't know Haley, well, that's Haley right there.
Thank you.
I love the microphone too. Like
If y'all report me to the KPD, Knoxville Police Department, I will find you. Okay.
that's awesome.
I love it. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Just go.
Yeah, whatever's gonna make you get it done, just do it. Just do it.
Right.
Anyway.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Anybody else have any other question? Oh, what type of microphone is that? I knew that.
This one specifically is, let me show you, a Kamika, this brand.
Okay.
The one I actually use for it, it's in my car, and actually the thing, it's the same setup, but it connects directly into the port. This one has like an adapter, whatever. This is actually a way better mic. The Kamika one, and that other one, I think it doesn't matter. The one
Is it
you're gonna-
Rode?
How much did that
I think it's
Kamiko mic
Rode.
cost you?
I think this Kamika thing, because this is like a set. So this is this all disconnects. Like this is really good for travel. This is one I take for travel. And then this mic comes off, and I think, God, I mean,
Did you get it on Amazon?
on Amazon, yeah. Maybe $50. I don't know. I have no idea, y'all. Listen. I have no idea. I can't even guess. I'm sorry. It's been like a year and a half. And do you know what's happened between now and then? A
It flew
lot.
out the window.
No, Wendy, don't put your bad juju on me. You need to take it back.
That's the first thing I was thinking. Does it wrap around your mirror out there?
No, because I'm driving like this. My window is way over here. Okay, if my phone flies out the window, we have bigger problems than what happened in my
Oh,
phone.
I thought you were doing it with the other hand, like out the window, so you didn't have your windshield.
No, and y'all, listen. My windshield is cracked right now, and I'm still taking those videos. Okay? So you don't have any excuses.
Did you just say your windshield is cracked and you just did $21 million in real estate?
Yes. Get you some of that. Now, not all 21 was YouTube. About 6 million of that was, I know for sure was YouTube. And then I've got another 4 that's like internet based. Somehow on the internet, they found me. So I'm sure they've seen me on YouTube, but for sure, 6 million, 100% YouTube.
I
That's
love
funny.
you, Haley. You're the best.
Mine's cracked too, all the way down too. But like I have a Jeep and we have flat windshields. So
Oh,
like
yeah,
as soon as
so
I get it fixed, it gets cracked
gets
again. So I
cracked.
just leave it unless it busts out.
There you go.
Okay, Haley, we are wrapping it up. It looks like Christine
Lynn
found
found
it
it.
on Amazon. There was a question, do you have to pay for a YouTube channel to do all this? No, YouTube
No,
is
YouTube is free.
Do you have to pay for StreamYard? Yes.
StreamYard, yes. TubeBuddy, yes. And like that's not a bad thing. Because if you're like making stuff up out of your brain, you have a beautiful brain, but it is not AI. It is not YouTube. Like those tools are going to save you so much time. And I think it's 1,000,000,000% worth it. Now, obviously use them. And like,
Right.
yeah, StreamYard, yeah, Eric's saying there's a free version. I mean, honestly, whatever you're going to use, do that.
Yeah, and pay for the chat GPT, just saying. Like, because I know when I did the 5 best neighborhoods in Henderson or Las Vegas or whatever, it didn't even pull up the new ones because I was using the free version.
Oh, yeah.
So like I missed out on
Right.
these really super cool neighborhoods, you know, because ChatGPT was behind the 3.5. So make sure you're running 4.0. It has all the best stuff. Okay. Very good. Well, thank you again, Haley. Work on getting that link for us so we can get the
Yes.
replay out.
Okay.
And thank you for being on the call. You guys
Of
are awesome. Joanna, what is on deck for next week? Remind me, because
We have ad copy.
Oh yeah, we are going to talk about, remember how we were just talking about Google SEO, you know, writing YouTube description. So we're going to show you how to, you know, run your video scripts through that for Facebook, for Instagram, for YouTube, for TikTok, for LinkedIn, for email campaigns, for your blogs, like all the things. And we're going to use ChatGPT to do that. So it's going to be pretty freaking amazing and can't wait. So thanks again, Haley, and you guys for being here. I got to hop into the VIP room. So if you guys need help pressing the buttons, that's where you should be because we are going to be implementing. Have a great day, you guys.
Thank you,
You're
Haley.
welcome. Hi, Sarah. Hi,
Bye. Bye,
All
everyone.
my friends. All my friends. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks, Haley.